Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Blokmeister plays the Binding of Isaac Antibirth. Last time we lost, and looking at our win streak, we lost the run before that. I don't know what to do, man. Maybe we try to do an alt path as Azazel? I think that might be a good idea. I mean, Azazel is a good character. I like Azazel. Aw, Zazer. Alright, let's go, guys. How y'all doing? I'm feeling great. I don't know. I haven't slept that well in health up. Oh my god. This day can only get better. Let's go! Let's go! Alright, I don't know. I haven't slept that well in 2 days. But I am feeling just, I don't know, on top of things. And now I get to play as Azazel? I don't know, man. This is amazing. Alright. So, we don't want that. But we should pick it up at some point, so let's do that. It makes our bombs explode almost instantly, so I don't really want to use bombs. Fortunately, the game did not give us any. Let me... You know what Blokmeister has forgotten already? As always... Where are you? There are you. I've forgotten the stats HUD. There you go, guys. You can see my stats. Stats aren't as important as Azazel. At least not in the beginning. Our stats, basically what it says on the left hand of this... Basically what it says on the left hand of the screen is, dude, you're killing it. And now we go get Plum, our Lord and Savior, our Lord and Plunger. We got a range up, which is extremely good at the Azazel. I forgot that we needed a key, but we already gotten 2 keys. This is great. This is just great. So, give me something. Didn't blow up the, was it? Stone chest. But that's fine. We don't need the stone chest. Oh wow, look at that, the charge bar is reflecting in the water. That's cool, dude. Ooh. Should not have done that. But hey! That goes on. Infamy Protectus is there, which is good. These guys go down, these guys go down. Dude, I would say I like Azazel. 2 diamonds. I don't know what I want. Ha! Oh, game. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm hugging the monitor. There we go. Let's go. I don't know, I'm feeling quite good. Jesus. This is amazing, this run. 2 health ups. These flies. What? Look at that! Look at that! Okay. Ooh, yeah. I'm happy we didn't get blown up by the bombs, which we very easily could have. And this, very good. We can actually take a deal with the devil right now, which is something that I really aspire to do, although we don't really need damage. I mean, we're Azazel, we have Brimstone, and next to Brimstone we have 2020. Does 2020 actually work with Brimstone? I don't know if it works with Brimstone. I mean, we're doing damage, but we're not doing sick damage, which I think is quite weird, because I was expecting to do sick damage. This is good. Faster charging? Yes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look up Isaac Wiki. Isaac Wiki 2020. There we go. Synergies, Brimstone. Only with the DLC. So it doesn't work it doesn't work with brimstone. Ah, that's too bad. I mean, I'm so used to, was it Afterbirth? That you just fire 2 brimstones? I thought you would fire 2 brimstones. Just gonna pop that. And then we're gonna go. Because I would like to take the Empress. And we get a damage up each floor, so now actually taking red heart HP is good for us. We have Infamy. We have the wire code hanger. This is going swimmingly. Swimmingly. Alright. Oh! Ah, we got hit, of course, by blood rights. Which makes sense. Ooh. I want that, I think. I mean, it's better than... Ooh, nothing. Come on. Right, these guys, they're kind of annoying, but I mean, look, we're Azazel. We can deal with this shit. Easy. And come on. Can't hit you? I can't hit you. Very good. I have an anecdote to say, to tell. Which is that I was traveling for a bit. I went to visit Groningen, which is my hometown. Had an appointment there. Spent some time with some friends. And then afterwards, we get the knife piece. And afterwards I got the knife piece, which is really nice. No, and afterwards, what do I want to say? Oh, this is good. This, right, with Song of the Siren, this is better. Exactly. Afterwards, I had what is it? It's like a birthday party with friends, which was very enjoyable. But just do that. We don't really need it, but it's fine. Another range upgrade is extremely good. Let's see if we can get some bombs. Train of thought. Where hast thou gone? So, maybe this will give us a bomb. So I spent some time in the train. And I like these, in the Netherlands, in public transportation, or at least in the train, you get these, this is good. You have these special, silence cabins. This would have been good for us. You have these special silence cabins, and I like to just stay there, maybe listen to some music, read a book, or something like that. And it was in the silence cabin just before I, the last stop before we arrived in Groningen, so that was like 30 minutes left to go. A guy behind me started playing music on his phone. Why did that happen? Anyways, he started playing music on his phone, or was starting to watch some video with sound just on the speaker of his phone. I was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Because he's in the silence cabin. Nah. There was also a dad with his daughter in the cabin, and it annoyed me at first, but I don't know. I was listening to music on... Why did I do that? I was listening to music on my phone, and it didn't really bother me, to be honest, that much, so I didn't hear it. But this guy just started playing this music quite loudly, and I don't know, I just couldn't get over it, or I just heard it, and it was really annoying. So I just thought, look, you're purposely annoying everyone basically here in this cabin. Yeah. I'm playing very badly. You're purposely annoying everyone in this cabin. So, I mean, could you please stop that? So there was a guy next to me, or in the 2 seats next to me, and he was also looking behind me because the guy was sitting behind me. And I looked at him, and so we looked at each other, and we both thought, okay, this is annoying. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna say something about it. So I said something like, hey, you're in the silence cabin, could you stop bothering us, or could you please be a bit more quiet? Oh, this is good, the game saves us again. And we go down here. And now we get free access to this room. Pick up Guppy's tail. Guppy enabler, very good. So I said this to him, and this dude started just freaking out. He said, "No, not me. First you should talk to these people because the father and his daughter, they are the ones annoying everyone." And I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on here? I was really surprised. And so he basically told me to talk to these guys first, and I said, I mean, this has nothing to do with these guys. I mean, the fact that they are annoying you and you don't have the guts to say anything about it doesn't mean that you can just start to annoy everyone. I mean, I didn't say this, but I could make the argument that doing this is just as bad or even worse than just unintentionally annoying other people. So he was trying to make a point to them by being annoying, but of course it doesn't really work like that, right? So this is not very good for us big farts. So anyways, and then the guy next to me also said something about it. He said, I don't know, come on dude, this is not how this works. And this guy he started shouting like, no, you should take care of these guys first, and you're being very antisocial, this very antisocial behavior. And I was just like, yo, what the hell's going on here? I was so surprised. Deal with the devil. Okay, first. Okay, Krampus, we can take this. And then this guy next to me started saying something about it. And then had a Krampus, alright. And then this, basically this annoying dude. Explosive diarrhea, alright. And basically then this annoying dude just said something, hey, now you gotta watch out, like threatening us to fight. And I was like, really? Are you gonna fight here in the train? Like, what the hell are you gonna do, man? I mean, and he was reacting to this guy, so I don't know if he wanted to fight or not. And at first I was thinking, oh yeah, fight. Let's have it. I mean, I'm gonna defend this guy, he's on my side, so I'm just gonna beat your ass. But then I thought, you know, I mean, this is of course not something that I would really do. There was this ooh, I want an all stats up. So on one hand, I'd like to fight this guy, just to see if, I don't know, he would measure up to me, which I think he wouldn't. Of course, it's like a very stupid thing to do, right? I mean, if you fight like this, no one would win. I mean, it's just basically, I don't know. You don't want to fight in a train, and it doesn't matter if you win or not. So of course it was a foolish, maybe a childish thing for me to think, but I mean the thought came to my mind. So I just, and this dude next to me who was taking my side basically also was really surprised by this threat. So I just told him like, hey dude, don't pay attention to it. I just like, this dude is weird in the head. And then we just left it, and then the father and the daughter, they also left. They had to get off at the station. And then he said, okay, well, if they're gonna stop, then maybe later I will also stop annoying them. Because this was his point. And I was really surprised. I mean, this is and then the situation basically sorted itself out. So this is basically the conclusion of this. But I was so surprised that a grown man could, I don't know, behave like this. Something that I'm completely not used to. I mean, the guy was in his, I don't know, 50s, I think. This is what he looked like. And I thought, okay, if you're in your 50s, probably you would be wiser, or at least better than this. Yeah, that was stupid damage, but hey. I wanted to use Krampus' head. I thought you would be better or wiser than this. So I was really surprised. I mean, it's basically, I kind of understand from his side. I mean, he is very annoyed. Oh, it doesn't work with the brimstone yet. At first I was really surprised and annoyed, but now, I mean, I kind of understand him as well, because I mean, he's just really getting worked up, but he's not, what is it? He's too scared, basically, to talk to this guy about it, or to confront him. Well, basically, the father and his daughter about, I don't know, this is a silence cabin. I mean, to me, it's like this as well. I mean, I should have said something as I came in. Like, hey, I know I just came in, but you're kind of in the silence cabin. There are places and other people. The people here just want to, just want to, I don't know, enjoy the silence, maybe read a little bit or study. So could you please move to a different cabin? Which would have been I would say, the mature thing to say. And I normally do this, but now I don't know what it was. Maybe I couldn't bring up the courage, which I think is fine. Sometimes maybe I didn't want to get bothered with it because I felt like, hey, I'm coming in later and he was already talking, so then I'm coming into his cabin. Of course, that makes no sense, right? But still, I didn't say anything about it to them, which was not really the right thing to do. The right thing to do was just immediately say something. I mean, this is also why he tried to basically, void his anger at us with well, not being able, or being kind of, fuck, no. Okay, we can get in here. Oh, this is good. Too spooky is actually quite good. War of Babylon is very good for us. Hold on, give me a sec. I need to go to the bathroom. So again, I'm just gonna split this, and I should really go to the bathroom before starting a recording. Yeah, we're right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm just talking a little bit to make sure that the recording is continuous. I cannot go down to the next floor, or to the mausoleum right here, because, well, I wasted my soul hearts. Anyways, so I've given it some thought afterwards about how I should have confronted this guy. Like, ooh. Oh, that scared me. So I've given it some thoughts about what was the correct way to confront this guy. I mean, you can confront him in two ways, right? You can do it in an aggressive way, or maybe in a bit more, what is it, okay, just, what, it doesn't work? That was close. Normally there are tinted rocks in this room, but there are none right now. Anyways, so you can basically, what is it, escalate, or you can de-escalate. And I would say this situation, I mean, just in a train like this, correct situation, correct choice is de-escalate. Definitely, I mean, no doubt about it. You don't want to fight in a train or something like that, or not even fight. I mean, it's a silence cabin. I mean, even by having this discussion, we're getting people. Oh, I should focus on this room. We're annoying people, basically. Oh no! Why did I do this? Alright, what else? Mom's knife. Ha! I actually had a Mom's knife Azazel run this morning, and I just owned it in. Oh, there's even an Excel floor. Really good. We already found the boss fight. All stats up. Let's go. Let's just go. So. Where was I? Right. So you can choose to escalate, de-escalate. In this situation, you want to de-escalate because even by just talking, by discussing, we're annoying the other people here. They're just thinking like, dude, I don't care what you're doing or which side you are. Just please stop discussing this so we can just, I don't know, continue our journey here in peace, right? So definitely correct situation here, correct option here is de-escalate. Now, if you want to de-escalate, you can do this in two ways. You can try to win the discussion, which might take some time, right? So I've been thinking a bit about it, about how to correctly approach the situation. And it's, well, half kind of difficult. Ah, this is extremely good. So basically, the situation is, what was going on is he got really annoyed by this kid and his father, but he didn't want to say anything about it. He was a bit too scared, I don't know, to talk to them, and he was getting fed up. And because he didn't want to say anything about it, or he didn't dare to say anything about it, he was too shy, or I don't know. He kept basically, I don't know, this stuff worked up inside of him, and he kept building up the anger, right? So I was thinking maybe in order, if I wanted to win an argument with him, the correct way was simply to acknowledge what was going on. So basically say, hey, look, the fact that, or what was going on when you came in, I was listening to a bit louder music, and I didn't hear these guys. The fact that you were annoyed and didn't say anything about it, so basically acknowledging what was going on, or maybe inferring, I don't know, I would just say inferring, is that correct? Oh, this is good. Basically concluding that this is what's going on, and it was his weakness, is basically exposing him for what he really was, or what he really let's say meant, what was really going on. Immediately basically would have put him on the disadvantage. Oh, there's a crawl space there. Put him on the disadvantage, and maybe it's even a black market. Yeah, I actually want these items. Okay, I'm just gonna blow you up. A rotten heart. Oh, I actually picked up the rotten heart, which was not that good, maybe. But let's see. I'll keep that in mind, what's in the crawl space, and just first visit the devil deal, because, well, we have the goat head. So we will get a deal with the devil regardless of what's gonna happen. So it would put him on the disadvantage, and probably would have solved the situation, or solved this whole thing with me as the definite victor. So I would be like, yay, I win, you lose. Good. And even then, we wouldn't have, we didn't need to resort to physical violence. But there's also a situation that, because he would feel weak, he would feel like he would need to compensate for that. Maybe by physical aggression, or, I don't know, whatever. I mean, it's not necessarily what would happen, but I mean, you never know. I mean, I think it's a risk that this could happen. Almond milk. I definitely don't want almond milk. So I would say it's a possible option, just to assess what's really going on, and to confront him with what's really going on, instead of trying to just best him in a conversation on what he actually says. So you just get to the point immediately. And then there's this other thing. And then also, instead of confronting him and choosing the opposite side of him, just basically tell him, like, look, I mean, I understand what's happening, and I understand that you're upset. So what was going on is, when I came in, I didn't really hear these guys, so they weren't really. Oh, definitely. Definitely not. So we will definitely go to the black market and sell our soul. And then basically say, hey, I understand what you're going through. What happened is when I came in, I didn't hear these guys. I didn't hear these guys, so therefore it didn't really get to me, didn't really annoy me. But I'm listening to, I mean, the thing is, I was listening to loud music and so on. But now my music is a little bit quieter, and then suddenly I hear you doing this. So this is why I say something about it. And I mean, I understand that this is annoying, and the right thing, of course, is also to address these people. I understand that you're angry, and I agree. We should ask these people first, and if you could then be a little bit more quiet, that would be great. I think that would have been the correct solution, basically, to instead of escalate, to just de-escalate. I don't know, I think it's quite hard to, in the moment, to think of that. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, didn't really help. To in the moment really think of that. I like to sit back for some arguments and think about them in peace before I respond to something like that. Which usually works really well for me. I can get worked up emotionally in an argument before thinking my points through. Because I notice that I really need some time to just clearly think these things through before, I don't know, choosing a side or choosing an option, choosing what to do. Mom's eyeshadow. Alright, that's completely fine. So I don't know how I would respond in this situation next time, but maybe I would think of the de-escalation option. It's just that in this situation, when he started to say, hey, now you gotta watch out, like as a threat, I thought, okay, dude, I actually kind of know how to fight. This guy's walking on, or he was walking with one crutch. So I was thinking, dude, you don't stand a chance, so just come at me. Just, let's see what you can do. I'd like to just try out my skills, which is, well, maybe a childish thing to do. I completely realize that. It's just, I would say also a human emotion to do. I haven't been in many fights. I think I just remember one. And that was a fight that I kind of lost. I was like really, it doesn't do anything for us. I was really young. I think I was like 11 years old or something like that. I got in a fight with a bully and he bested me. And maybe, wow, we're going really deep into psychology now. And I'm thinking maybe I'm trying to redeem him, like to go back in time and beat the bully simply by, simply by defeating this guy in well, hand-to-hand combat, so to say. So I don't know, that's to realize that while recording a YouTube video. I don't know, it might be interesting. Charles Hart, yeah. Right, and you guys go down. Dark matter, that's good. Yeah, I don't actually want to take that. Maybe it's very good, maybe it's not really. I mean, I will lose a rotten heart, and I would like to keep the rotten heart. Wow, and then suddenly this YouTube, this conversation turns into a really deep realization about my psychology or childhood. I don't know, I kind of like that. I mean, it kind of makes the YouTube video or this thing feel a bit more real, so to say. Or maybe it's a bit too real now. I don't know, I'm wondering if you see this, I'm really wondering what you have to say about it. I think these things are quite interesting to talk about, especially when, I mean, what's the best option to, at least it's more Eternal Hearts, right? Yeah, that's better. Right, yeah, I want that, but unfortunately we can't. I don't know, to just discuss these things, maybe about What is it? Psychological growth. Are you a wizard? Doesn't do anything for us. Good. I don't know. These are interesting topics of discussion. Well, I think. I like these kind of things. I think about them a lot, about what's the correct option. And I used to be quite harsh on myself about judging myself, what's the right thing to do, and now I'm just realizing, like, look, you're just human. Whatever you're thinking about is probably a normal option, even though it's not the correct option, like getting angry at someone or wanting to fight. I would say this fight or flight response is a very natural thing to have, I would say. And in this case, I felt like I could definitely beat this guy, so I didn't need to flee. I could just fight him. So I would say it's a normal response to basically say, okay, let's go. Let's go. You wanna try me? Let's go. I can take you. It's, I keep taking these pills. Anyways, I think that's a kind of a normal thing to think. Maybe it's a bit of a childish thing. Maybe it's a male thing. I don't really mind. I am childish from time to time. That's very good. And I am also male. So I don't know. I don't mind that much. I think it's a perfectly human thing to, in this situation, when challenged, to think, yeah, sure, I'll take your challenge. I'll take you up on that. I'm fine. So yeah. And now, I'm thinking, like, okay, this is a normal thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. Or not the right thing, not the most productive thing to do. It would still be a human thing to basically say, okay, come at me. Maybe it's not the defining thing that makes Jesus. I'm going very deep with this. Maybe it's not what we like to think of defining us as human. This is so great, dude. Let me just first do this. Oh, yeah, okay, good. We can still get this. Alright, we got a few spiders out of it. That's good. I don't want to think about this as defining us as human, but okay. I'm gonna save the definition about what makes us human for a different video altogether. Get the timer up for Mausoleum. 12 minutes in. Can we do boss rush? We don't need to do boss rush as Azazel. We already did it. So I would like to get a teleport card so we can actually do boss rush, or not do boss rush, but cheese boss rush. Get an item out of it and then be teleport out of it and be gone. So I don't know. I was kind of happy with. Alright, do I need to really? There we go. Just one is enough, right? Apparently. Yep. Give me some coins. It's fine. Give me some bombs. It's also fine. So I don't know. I realized at some points I'm too harsh on myself, and now I kind of realize this. I don't always realize this, but sometimes on moments of clarity like this, I think I just walked into a fire. These moments of clarity or inner peace. I'm recording a fucking YouTube video. I'm here talking about inner peace. This is, I don't know. Maybe I am feeling great. I'm feeling happy. So yeah, what do I'm just paying attention right now to what's going on in Isaac. And now I lost my train of thought. I talked about inner peace, or when I feel at peace that I know that at some points I'm harsh with myself, and then I can, you know, adequately assess my, well, not my performance, so to say, but judge my actions. I think that's a very valuable thing. Ah, another guppy item. That's good. I can adequately assess my situation. I think that's a very, very valuable thing. But for some of these emotional things, I think they're quite difficult from time to time. So I usually talk about that with those with a lot of people to see what's a normal thing, to get their feedback, because just to judge if my moral compass is still pointing in the right direction. And not only does, if my moral compass is pointed in the right direction, or based on the opinion of others, well, of course that's important to me as well. But also, they can provide feedback on me, like trying to explain myself to them can also help me deal with my own things. Just the fact of explaining myself requires me to order my thoughts. Basically, what is it? I want to say quantize, or maybe really qualify, or maybe not. Oh, I can't fire? Another magician. Ah, speed up. That's nice. Okay, we can go in here, no problem. Here we go. Pills. Speed up. Very good. Shot speed up. Balls of steel. Let's go. Let's go, guys. This is good. I mean, this is not only for emotional things, but also very much so for other things, like professional things, professional problems that I have, problems with work, or when I am faced with different options where I don't really know what option to take. I guess, are you a wizard? That doesn't really do anything for us. It helps to just try to explain your problem from others, to others, just to see if they can shoot a hole in your argumentation. But even if they can't, or they don't know what you're talking about, you're at least structuring your thoughts. So I would say getting a feedback like that, for me, is really important. Sometimes I want Dead Bird. Doesn't really matter that much. Sometimes I am thinking it would be nicer if I... Okay. It would be nicer if I... Lemon Party. Magician. Okay, I would say Lemon Party. Sometimes I'm thinking, hey, it would be nice if I had all of these things by myself. I could do all of these things by myself. And on the other hand, I mean... Should I be able to do all of these things by myself? Or is this just a human thing? To just sometimes want to discuss these things with other people and not always be sure what you want, what you are, and not wanting to make a decision. I would say that both of these things. I would say it's nice if you can have the feeling that you have a moral compass that you can trust, and not needing to talk about this with other people. On the other hand, I don't know if that is a attainable situation. Is it really possible to be so sure of yourself that you in no situation want to discuss this with other people? Or maybe, okay, now I'm picking a logical extreme, right? So what I would say is that, is it really true that in no situation you want to discuss this with other people? And I would say, no. This is not what I'm saying, maybe. So I'm... Okay. So let me explain myself a little bit further. So there's, on one hand, there's the idea that you never need to discuss any moral issues, emotional issues with other people. And then there is also another situation where you want to discuss them for very tough issues, but not for, well, like maybe everyday issues, but for situations for which you think, I should be able to do this for myself, or maybe for fewer issues. So then I would say it might be a very healthy thing to strive for not needing to discuss this with to strive for discussing these things with fewer people because you trust your own moral compass more. I would say that's a good thing, but to never want to discuss this, I would say that's a very unhealthy thing to have, to think that you know best all of the time. But I think it's good to discuss your moral issues with other people, because if you never discuss it with other people or people outside your social circle, or maybe your own political bubble, or maybe just or just with people that agree with you on a lot of things, then you can get into situations where you might be very wrong without really realizing it. And I think that's nice. Did we get the mom? Oh, I thought we maybe make up the mom transformation, but we didn't. Anyways, I think that would that would get damaging to you, and it's a very dangerous thing to be in, to just have people repeat your opinion, say you're always right, or to never hear another side of the other side of the argument. I mean, I guess everyone agrees, or everyone watching this video probably would agree with me on that. The thing is, sometimes it's good to not. I think it's also healthy to not always be challenged. But I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought and just kept on talking and talking. Today is a very good day for an Isaac video. I don't know. I lost this versus Hazel run, but this is amazing. I mean, I'm just playing, and I'm playing well. I'm gonna go down to the corpse. Oh, this will be Guppy, right? Is this Guppy? Is this Guppy? I don't know, man. I thought it would be. No, I don't want to use that. Am I too? Ah, I'm just too late for boss rush. I can actually use Mom's knife to open this and blow you up. Very good. Very good. Alright. We lost a lot of HP, but we will be fine. We'll be just fine. Hold on. The dude with the devil changed. Disappeared. That's weird. Anyways, this is a good episode. I mean, I'm just losing myself in conversation. This doesn't really do anything for us. I like a health up though. Oh, these are, what, Skolexes? Or, what are these, Wormwoods. Yeah. Right. So on the corpse, I need to focus a little bit more. I kind of think I've finished this topic of conversation. Shot speed. Yeah. Maybe. Does it do anything for us? I don't think it does anything for us with Mom's knife shot speed in particular. Teardrop charm. Oh, I can hold 2 trinkets anyways. Then it's good. Then it's good. I would like another health container, please. Just a health up would be great. Are we going to defeat the Witness? I really have no idea if we're strong enough. I mean, the Witness already on this floor. The Witness is a strong opponent. Especially if you don't have a lot of range, like I do. I mean, I have a lot of damage, but will it be enough? I really need to play not stupidly. Oh. Okay, nothing's moving, so that's good. There we go. These guys are dangerous and difficult. Is there? No, there's not no tinted rock there. Yeah, but this whole thing about, I don't know, personal. I think right now we're just talking about personal development, right? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that might work for us. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I'm just okay, I don't want this. Alright, fine. Let's think about, I don't know, maybe personal development, personal relaxation, I would say, realization. It's something that really came to me over the past few years. And it's something that's a constant struggle. Right now I feel kind of serene and really, I don't know, at ease with myself. Which is not always the case. I think it's a really healthy thing to just realize that this is not always the case, but that this is fine. Okay, this is also probably why I love the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Because it basically says, you're not always going to feel like this. At some point you will feel like your whole life sucks. Or maybe not your whole life, but I don't know, there will be times where you feel suboptimal. And this is completely fine. This is normal. This is human. And I've also recently started viewing this listening to crap, this is not very good. Started viewing this podcast series. Okay, no tinted rock. With a psychologist, and after this room I'm gonna I read a book by him. I'm gonna look up, oh Jesus, tinted rock. So I'm gonna look up the name. Oh, this is Guppy then. Jordan Peterson. And he says that this whole thing of finding luck or happiness in life is just, it's not a feasible thing to say that life is always a happy thing. Life is not supposed to be happy. Life is a constant struggle. And while okay, maybe he's not saying that. So, okay, I'm making up maybe a straw man, thinking like, okay, I don't agree. Life isn't always a struggle. Life can be very, very nice from time to time. It can be a lot of fun. I completely agree, and I don't think this is what the guy means, or I'm quite sure that this is what he means, but it's not that life is supposed to be happy 100% of the time. Life has things that are unfair. As Mike Shinoda in the album of Fort Minor, The Rising Tide, puts it, that life isn't fair. It doesn't care, it arbitrarily cuts off your air. And that in the truest part of our hearts, everybody's afraid. That we're all underappreciated and overwhelmed. And I mean, this is very true. I would say that no one in life is happy 100% of the time. Why am I doing this, exploring this? I'm just thinking, maybe if I can find another tinted rock, I would be so happy. No? Alright. I mean, life has ups and downs, and it's completely fine to have ups and downs. I've learned this also for mindfulness. I'm not saying that, hey, I have my life under control right now. I ain't far from it. I mean, I'm a dude right now is just playing video games, and I wouldn't say postponing all my responsibilities. I try not to. Sometimes I postpone responsibilities, which I think is, I don't know, not always a good thing to do. I would say it's a natural thing to do from time to time, which is also completely fine. It just becomes, it's not fine when it becomes damaging to, let's say, yourself or to others. I'm just trying to look for a secret room here. I just noticed that like 5 seconds. No, it's just a millisecond too late. Or a few milliseconds too late. This is very good. Right. Right. I mean, I don't have my life all figured out. Definitely not. And I'm not the one with like a big authority on this. I mean, I just started. I mean, I've been doing this this thing with maybe it might be like maybe a bit of a Buddhistic thing, bit of a mindfulness thing, to just be fine with being in the present moment, and that sometimes the present moment can suck, and that the present moment sometimes sucking is completely fine. Well, it's not okay. It's not fine, but it is like it is. So don't fight it. Just, I don't know. Sometimes life sucks, and then it sucks, and then you just have to deal with it. And dealing with that suckness, to just accept that for what it is a good thing to do. This just I feel like it becomes a little bit of a self-help video right now. This is not my intention with it. I'm just rambling and rambling. I hope you guys think it's fun to watch. Crack the sky, was it? Teleport? I think I want the game kit. Yeah, I want the game kit. Right, and down we go. Let's go fight the witness. Okay, this is good. We do a shit ton of damage. We really do a shit ton of damage. Okay, that's it. We beat the witness. Alright, what I want to say is that, I don't know, sometimes it's okay to feel sad, and that don't try to fight it, just feel sad for some time. And this is also advice that I would need to get myself from time to time, because I'm not very good at, always very good at this. Anyways, let's enjoy the outro, the ending. It's alive! We unlocked the Devil's Crown. We have unlocked Jacob and Esau, Isaac's Awakening. Maybe we could actually do some challenges here next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. I'm making this. If you want to hear more about it in the future or anything, just leave a comment. Of course, like the video. And if you want to hear more in the future, want to see more in the future, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.